na iconic talaga yung design. Mukhang parliament na pag nakita mo, alam mong Pilipinas. Ganun ang gusto natin mangyari pagka yung design na pag nakita mo agad, oh, ano yan, parliament ng Pilipinas yan, o kaya Congress ng Pilipinas yan.
Bagong Senado sa ika-2 siglo is the Senate's design concept competition for the new Senate building. As Lacson said, it is to be iconic and should bring dignity to the legislative body of the government. Since the announcement of the winning design concept, merong bumabatikos, merong nanloloko, merong mga meme na lumalabas, at syempre, meron ding tumatangkilik. Dito sa poste, iniiwasan naming maging talangka, kaya't bigyan natin ng objective review or analysis ito. Mahahanap sa BCDA website ang guidelines ng competition. Bakit dun? Sila ang may-ari ng lupa na matatagpuan sa Taguig kung saan ititirik itong bagong Senate building. Actually, meron pang isa na nag-offer ng donation, yung Antipolo City, pero mas ginusto yung Taguig dahil, let's face it, mas malapit tsaka mas konyo. Nasa BGC eh. Yeah. Kaya may MOA or Memorandum of Agreement ang Senate at BCDA para sa competition ito. Nakasaad sa guidelines na dapat ang architectural firm na sasali dito ay may expertise in green design and have been in operation for at least 5 years. There's a list of other requirements as well as design parameters. Pero other than the specific requirements of its users being the Senate and of course the building code, meron pang mas specific dito. Out of the 18,320 square meter lot under the master plan set forth by the BCDA, there needs to be a 20% open space requirement. It should have an allowable gross floor area of 85,925 square meters. In terms of height, it has to comply Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. Di ko na alam kung ano yung height requirement nila, pero they're being strict about this dahil nga naman malapit sa airport. Pagdating sa cost, the winning entry should not exceed 50,000 pesos per square meter. Refer to my last video kung di nyo gets yung square meter costing na yun. And overall, like I said, it should be iconic, represents the Filipino people, and should take the Senate into the next 100 years. Para sa akin, vague yung 100 years na yun. Ano ba yun? In terms of durability, it should be able to hold the Senate for the next 100 years, or in terms of design, should the design be contemporary enough to hold the Senate for the next 100 years. Kung ano yun specifically, bahala na sila. Merong pinaghuhugutan ang Senate at mga entries niyan at hindi yan lumitaw lang na parang baby ni Janice. And sa mga nagsasabing dapat Pinoy lang ang nag-design, well, hindi naman mali. Pero kaya nga competition ito kasi gusto ng proponents na makita ang best design na pwedeng lumabas. Of the 39 entries, 5 entries were shortlisted. First, Leaser Architecture is a New York-based architectural firm. Second, IDEA, originally a local office for a British firm but has since become an all-Filipino architectural firm. 3. AECOM, a multinational, multidisciplinary company with engineering being its primary service. Other services range from planning to architecture and even interior design. They've held a local office in the Philippines since 1995. And number 4, Henning Larsen is a Danish firm with multinational projects. What's noteworthy is their principal, Henning Larsen, apprenticed under masters such as Arne Jacobsen and Jorn Utzon. Last but not least, Pelly Clark Pelly. To note, its senior partner, Cesar Pelly, is a master in his own right. The firm is an award-winning design firm with noteworthy projects, one of which is the Petronas Towers. Of the 5, AECOM has a winning entry, and as Senator Lacson said, sila ang pinakamura, beating the rest at 4.58 billion while the others average at 8 billion pesos. I agree na maganda talaga sana yung entry ng IDEA at pinanghihinayangan talaga ng judges. Kaso at 13 billion pesos, hindi na pinag-iisipan yun. 4.58 or 13 billion. You be the judge. As for design, they took inspiration from yung burda ng Barong Tagalog. Maraming symbolism na ginamit dito, from the Philippine flag to the Senate being one of the pillars of democracy. Pero ang impressive dito ay ang features. Lahat ng ginawa nilang efforts dito, magkakaroon ng 73% savings in energy consumption compared sa conventional building lang. Aabot din ng 30 to 50% ang savings sa water consumption. And malaking part ng building ay gagamit ng environmentally friendly materials if not recyclable. Yung sa overall design niya, sinasabing mukha daw waste basket. Pwede naman. Pwede talaga. Pero wag natin tignan at face value. Yung Barong concept nila totals to 57% sun shading. Although maraming pwedeng gawin para mag-sunshade, okay na rin yung solution nila. Imagine kung wala yun, mas maraming kuryente ang uubusin nila para sa aircon. They chose white as the main color. And bago kayo kumontra na hindi masyadong Filipino color yan, keep in mind that white repels heat from the building. And as it darkens, more heat is absorbed. Maraming circulatory features na makikita which all aims to create better accessibility. So tumitira na paano raw naging environmentally friendly yan, wala namang makikitang halaman. Well, meron din. Yung bubong ng 4 na building ay green roof. Kung di nyo alam kung ano yon, yan ang pagtatakip ng bubong or roof deck sa halaman, thus returning the natural environment that was lost from the building's footprint. So to finish off, is it the best looking building? Maybe not. Pero bago kayo humusga, ask yourself, can you do better? And dun sa mga taong tinitira yung decision ng Senate to build, kesyo marami daw nagugutom sa Pilipinas, bakit pa magpapatayo ng bagong building? Dun kayo sa Thinking Pinoy or kahit na anong politically charged channel, dahil design and construction ang dinidiscuss dito. Lastly, generally, ayoko sanang pumintas. Pero as pointed out by a fellow architect na pet peeve niya yan, kung pwede sana, kung sakali lamang, pagkasasali kayo sa mga ganyang competition, ayusin nyo sana yung placement ng bandila ng Pilipinas. Baka isipin ng mga iba, makikipaggera tayo palagi. Tandaan natin, in a vertical position in times of peace, the blue should be on the left and red should be on the right, and not the other way around. So yun lamang, maraming salamat po. Kung nakiliti kayo dun, like and share sa Facebook, and please follow Poste at facebook.com/postepilipinas. Kung nasa YouTube naman kayo, like, comment, and subscribe sa youtube.com/postepilipinas. Till next time, toodaloo!